Again, welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Vignesh and I'm the influencer marketing expert here at Fyers. At Fyers, our mission is to provide clients with a robust, dependable, and an efficient trading platform. Brings you this webinar today in association with ModernAlgos called Explore Algo Trading with ModernAlgos. ModernAlgos is a fintech company that provides services related to capital markets and investment. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Sanjay Kumar Baid, who is the founder of ModernAlgos. Sanjay holds an MCom from Osmania University and an MS in Finance from ISFS. He is also CFA, CMT, and LOMA certified and has more than 10 years of experience in the capital markets and analysis. We, in addition, will also have an open floor for questions at the end of the webinar. Please type any questions you might have into the Q&A option in Zoom, or if you're on YouTube, use a live chat feature. So over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much. Firstly, I'd like to thank the entire Fyers team. I'm really sorry for my throat. I'd like to thank the entire Fyers team and the joinees who have come on board for this webinar. And let me first share my screen and check whether you can. Yes, so my screen is visible. Okay. So let us first see how the registration process works at ModernAlgos, and then I will go and explain the topic for today, which is algo trading and the various products what we have at ModernAlgos. So first, I like to do a quick on registration process, which is very simple. You click on Fyers logo, you'll be asked for your credentials. Since I've logged in the my test account, so it's directly redirecting me to my product page. So this is ModernAlgos product page. So now what we are going to talk today, that I just brief in few points here. So we'll be talking about various automation and the strategies, how you can deploy them using various algo and automated features. So what all features we are going to cover, which will go one by one. The algo products, what we have at ModernAlgos, will help you to build and select your strategy, define all the conditions before you enter into a strategy, which will help you to manage your trade in more accurate way. And then sit back and enjoy, so that everything what you have configured will be taken care by ModernAlgos robust API, and it will help you to avoid greed and fear during the market fluctuations. Now, what all features we are talking about? We are talking about various order parameters, which are very, very important when you enter into a position. Then you can define your leg-wise profit, leg-wise stop loss. You will also be able to define your overall profit. I mean to say, like in a strategy, if you define a leg-wise stop loss and target, and top of it, if you want to define your overall profit and stop loss or to the entire strategy, that also can be done. And then you can also configure for your partial exit if you have multiple lots and on a certain points up and down moves, you want to exit partial positions, that also can be done. Then you can define the trailing target and trailing stop loss. That can be done at a leg wise, where you can define your target stop loss at the time of entry and also can give predefined conditions for the trailing. And then we have unique product called Switch, which I will cover in detail. So what basically this product will allow you, it will allow you to enter into a new leg and exit a particular leg which you have already entered into an existing strategy. So this way you'll be able to manage your position automatically and you don't need to be in front of the system. And we have one specific conditions where even if you have multi-leg strategy, let's say you have 3 or 4 leg strategy, and based on a particular leg, if that leg is meeting a target and stop loss, and then you want to square off the entire strategy, can also be done using square off strategy option. And then we have shift. In shift, we will be covering suppose if you have a strategy wherein like you don't want to have a defined target stop loss depending upon the premium points, but you want to have target stop loss defined on the future points move that can be done through shift, which I will cover with the example once we log into the platform. And not least, this is the final thing which we'll be discussing, and not the complete flow of all the modern algos products, because there'll be so other products. So today in our agenda we are only covering algo trade features, and lastly we'll be discussing scalping option. So now let's go and see how these products will work at modern algos. So once you log in, click on algo trading. These are the products will be displayed here. So we have discussed trailing target, stop loss, adjustment switch, adjustment shift, and scalping. Will go one by one. Before I go into these products, I would like to showcase the algo strategies what we have at Modern Algos, and they are time based and with the probability of success which is more than 65%. So any strategy which is getting listed under spread strategies will be time driven. What I mean by time driven, like the strategy with what we're displaying here will not be that, okay, in the morning, if a strategy comes throughout the day, that strategy is going to be there on the page. No. Let's say if you have a time between 12 to 2 o'clock and you come to Modern Algos platform at 12 o'clock, then based on your login time, what are the possible solutions which are having highest risk reward ratio with the probability of success more than 65% will be displayed on this page. So this is for the users who want to see various strategies or various combinations which are possible in index as well as in stock options. Those you can directly see from this page. So how it would help you, it would really help you to minimize the analysis part or to find a best combination, because this is getting filtered from thousands of strategies which are running in our backend. So it will give you an edge. And then if you want to modify any of the strike selection or you want to tweak it, that also can be done. That I will cover in the last. So these are the strategies which will be displayed to you, and it will get scanned every 10 minutes and it will be updated on the platform. Now let's talk about each and every option what we have, because I would like to cover the entire algo trading products within 20 minutes. So by 5:30, I should be able to finish off. And then we have other products in equity options, intraday mutual funds, which you can log into the platform. You can simply go through them. If you have any questions, you can come back to us and we'll be happy to help you with that. So now let's go and talk about each and every option what we have in algo trading. So let's first explore the scalping option, because that is something which is our flagship product, and a lot of feedback we are getting on this product. So here, what we are trying to do for a trader, and you may be analyzing a chart, or you may have your own analysis, which based on that you think that the market may be in a consolidation or market may not move very drastically. It will have 100 points or 200 points range, and in that range if you want to play that every 20 points down you want to accumulate, and then if the market moves back up, then you want to exit the added leg what you have done during the downfall. Same way in the upside. So what you can do, let's say excuse me, you want to do scalping on the downside market. So you can see here we have two options, future points and delta change. On these two options you can do. You can also do on the spot price, which I will cover a little later. And on the top of this page, you'll see the spot price, future price, everything is predefined to you. Even you can define the start date and end time. Like if you want to start the scalping only after 11:30 in the morning and you want to liquidate everything by 3 o'clock, that also you can simply click here and you can define your entry and exit time. Now let's quickly see an example. Let's say you have that market may be moving towards downside during the day, but you think that end of the day or the bias of the market towards upside. So you simply can enter that if Nifty moves 30 points down, you like to buy a call option, ATM call option. You can enter your quantity here, and quantity has to be in the lot size, not in 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can define your premium targets. Let's say if market moves 30 points down, one call option will be added, ATM. And for that, you have a target of 20 points and stop loss of 10 points. You can also define how many times you want to do this. You can say 5 times I want to do it, So that means if market goes 150 points down, you will have 5 lots added. And then if the market again starts moving up, each leg will have 20 and 10 as a stop loss and target. So this is for incremental adding the position and exiting based on your defined target and stop loss. Top of it, you can also define your order parameter, whether you want to enter into market or you want to do a limit order, that can be done here. And then each leg wise, you already define your target stop loss on top of this page, but you want to say, okay, I want to block 4,000 profit. I don't want to go beyond that. And my max loss should be 2,000 rupees. So top of your leg wise conditions, this condition will be computed, and whenever you have 4,000 of profit, entire all the legs whatever are being added will be liquidated automatically for you. And then there are various options which you can explore, like you can lock your profit, trade your profit, trailing stop loss, lock and trail profit, which you can explore. And then if you have any questions, we are happy to help you with that. This is to add a position incrementally. Now let's say you want to say, okay, no, I have a defined target and a range for Nifty or Bank Nifty or any symbol, and you say that, okay, if the market breaks this level, then I want to enter. And based on the market move, this is my target and this is my stop loss. If you want to define that, you can simply click on scalping parameter with spot. All the options will be enabled here. So let's say you think that if the market breaks 17,750, you are thinking market will have an upside breakout. And you want to enter a strategy when the market breaks 17,750. So you can say here that I want to enter 17,750. This is my entry spot price. And I want to enter call option or future or put option, whatever your strategies you can define here. So let's say I say, okay, I will enter into a future. So then the strike will get disabled. And you can say my target point is 17,800 or say 850. And my stop loss is 17,700. So whenever market goes to 17,750, system would fire a future lot will be bought, and your stop loss target will be managed as per 17,850 and 17,700. If you want to do call option, you can say, okay, I want to buy a call, but I don't want to buy an ATM. I want to buy ATM -1. So that can also be done. And with that, once the market moves to 17,850, that will be a target zone. Then this entered call option will be liquidated. If market goes below 17,700, then your stop loss will get triggered. And this you can define intraday and positional both. And if you define positional, then only one thing you have to be very, very sure that every day morning you have to log in once so that we have a renewed API token from Fyers. And with that, we'll be able to fire your orders during the market hours. So this is all about scalping. And we are going to have a detailed video on this, which will be posted on the scalping page, which you can also go through and understand. If you have any question, you can write it back to us. Now let us talk about adjustment shift. So here the video is already posted, which you can simply see. It's a 5-6 minutes video, which will detail everything to you. Now, what we have tried to do on this page, because with our interaction or with the market requirement, what we think there are various default strategies which are like popularly used by the option traders. So all of those strategies we have listed here, if you see on top of the page. And what different thing what we have done on ModernAlgos, like listing down a default strategy is one thing, but then selecting the strike price is really an art. So what we have done for selection of the strike prices, we have done 3 or 4 different combinations depending upon the historical volatility and forward-looking volatility, so that the strike selection will always be adaptive to the market. It's not that if I do a item butterfly, every time I'll have 300 points up, 300 points down wings from my ATM sold options. No, that is not the case of the ModernAlgos. It will be adaptive to the market scenario. If market is moving faster, market is having more volatility, then the strike difference will also increase, so that you have a larger range, which will help you to cover during the expiry. If you do on Wednesday and Thursday, then probably your range should be narrow so that you'll be having more chance of getting profit and exit before the expiry timeline. All of those conditions are variable, and they are very, very subjective to trader wise. But what we have done here, that we try to select the strikes in such a way that they are adaptive to the market. So this is one point. Other point which I quickly want to cover, that you can also define your entry point, that you can say, okay, in this strategy right now you are getting 9,673 premium. If you say I will enter in this strategy only if I get 11,000 rupees as net premium, which is going to be received because you're selling two options here. So once the market goes to 11,000, that means 220 spread, then the order will be fired to the market. Now you can also define your start date and time, end date and time, that I've already covered. And then if you want to change the strikes, you can simply click on payoff and you say, okay, I don't want to enter 500 points beyond my ATM. I'd like to enter, probably you say 300 points. So you can say ATM -6 and ATM +6. Once you do that, automatically all the premium, everything will get adjusted. And if you want to check the payoff chart, you can simply click on the payoff chart here, and the data will be displayed to you, which will display what is the margin, investment, risk reward, all of those data which are required before you enter into a position or into a strategy will be clearly displayed to you, with the strategy level Greeks also, which are clearly listed here: total, delta, gamma, theta, vega, and all of those Greeks values. Now, the important point what I wanted to cover here is shift. Now, when I create a butterfly, what normally I think that my bias is towards upside, but I don't know whether the market is going to move upside or not. So to be on a safer side, I first create a butterfly on Wednesday morning. And if I have downside, then I'll do it in a reverse way. So let's say in like on this Wednesday, I thought that market may not go down, but I was not too sure about whether the market will go up or not. So I created a butterfly on Wednesday morning, probably around 11:30, 12. But then I had one thing in my mind, that if market goes above 17,650, then I would like to exit the put option what I had in butterfly. So how I can do it without being in front of the system? So that for that, you can simply select shift. Once you click on shift, the below leg will be open in front of you. So you have your condition that if market moves 100 points up, you want to exit. You entered P option, which you have entered for 18,000. So that you can select, you can define which ATM would that be from that level. And for the down point, you can simply mention 0 and 0. So what will happen if the market moves in your favor 100 points up, then existing leg will be liquidated. And if you do not want to enter any fresh leg, you can simply say 0. Or if you want to shift your put option from 18,000 to, let's say, any different level, that can also be done. So these all combinations you can predefine at ModernAlgos before you enter into the position. And below, again, you have all the options for your order parameter and target parameter, which I've covered in scalping page. So same options are here, which will help you to do the trade management very, very efficiently. Now let's go and quickly check what we have in terms of switching your existing leg and entering into a new leg. So in this, it will be very, very helpful if you are trying to play market both side. What I mean by both side, that you enter a position, and if market goes in your favor, you continuously ride that trend. If market goes against your trend, then your existing leg will be liquidated, and you will be entering into a new leg. So how you can do that? Let's say you have a naked call and you have entered into a naked call. Now you can say, I want to switch. So you entered this 101, this call option at 17,700 strike. You entered at 100 rupees approximately. You say my target is 150 and my stop loss is 70. Now you can say that, okay, once my stop loss triggers, okay, then I would like to enter into put option. meaning that you had an upside bias in the market, but then your stop loss is triggered. So when that happens, you want to liquidate your call option and you want to enter into a put option. So that you can define here. So you can define that, okay, I don't want to do anything on the target. So you can say quantity zero, but I would like to enter into a stop loss. Once the stop loss is triggered, I would like to enter into ATM minus one strike. And that will be put option. So you'll be liquidating a call option and you'll be entering into a put option. So this way, when the market is not moving according to your analysis and you want to change the position as and when the market conditions are changed, you can predefine everything and the system will take care for you. And again, you have option payoff chart here, start date, end date, all of that you can check. And bottom of the page, again, you have order parameter and target parameter, which you can easily check. The last option, what we have in algo trading is trailing target and trailing stop loss, which is a very common requirement for most of the option traders. So since I've already explained all the default strategies, desired premium, entry date, and end like start date and end date, here, what you can do for each of your leg, you can either define your square of leg. If you select, you can define your target for this leg. Let's do a multi-leg strategy. Let's say I say bull call spread. So in bull call spread, you have one ATM call option bought and OTM call option sold, and you want to say, okay, I want to have leg-wise target stop loss for both of these. That you can define here. You can define, okay, my target is, let's say, 120 and my stop loss is 90. I want to trail by 5 points after my target is reached, and I also want to trail my stop loss by 5 points. These are hypothetical figure what I'm writing here, but this is how you can define your target stop loss, trail target, and trail stop loss, and the system would manage automatically for you. And then if you want to square off a strategy based on a particular leg, so let's say this particular call option, I think it's very high. Let's go and say 18,000 here so that we get some cushion. So in 18,000 right now the premium is 14. Now you can say that if it goes to 5 rupees, then you want to completely exit the strategy. Or if it goes to, so if it goes to 5 rupees, that means the market is moving in your favor. Then you want to exit the entire strategy, because if call option sold premium is coming down, that means the market is moving into upside direction and you want to exit the entire strategy. These are the hypothetical example what I'm trying to explain here, so that you'll be able to get familiar that how you can use these options. And for that, we also have a video on top of the page, which you can simply see, and it will explain all the features in detail. And for all the options which are required, the details to be input, for that we have info icons which you can simply go through, and they are like the details are listed with an example which will help you to understand all the parameters very clearly. So these are the various algo products what we have. So what we have tried to do here, we have tried to bring all the default strategy on a single page with the payoff charts, with the predefined entry parameter and exit parameter. So this will help you to cut down the time which you take to enter into a market or to devise the strike selection. So if you can cut down on the time and your entry is faster, then definitely your profitability will also increase. And since you are managing entry and exit everything before you entering into a position, that means you are trying. You'll be saving more of impact cost. Your slippages will go down, and in the time of huge volatility you'll be protected from fear and greed. And you, because once you define your conditions, definitely you can go and add it at ModernAlgos. I'll also show you that so that you'll be let me say intraday, and then I submit here, so that whenever you want to do any modification, once you click on this strategy will be saved and it will take you to our dashboard, which is auto strategy. And then if you want to if you want to edit any of the conditions what you have entered, you can simply click on edit. Once you click on edit, again the same parameters what you have input will open here, but the strike selection will be disabled because that strategy is already into the live. But you can define your entry, the target stop loss you can modify. You can also modify your overall profit, overall stop loss. Those all details can be modified here. So once you submit, the strategy will go to our trader dashboard. So the trader dashboard can be accessed from our homepage. And you have auto strategy dashboard here, where all the auto strategy whatever you have saved will be listed here, and they will be computing for you. Once the trades are done, they will move to net position, and from net position you can also track your strategy wise PL, your leg wise PL. All of that can be done. So if you click on this, if a multi-leg strategy, it will show this is a single leg strategy. If you have any multi-leg strategy, it will display the leg wise profit, leg wise target. And even if you want to exit any of leg out of your multiple leg strategy, like this, you have two leg strategy, you want to exit a particular leg, you can simply click on this and can submit. So you can also exit entire strategy from here. You can also exit a particular leg from the strategy. So this is a dashboard where you'll have all the details which are important for you to track after the trades are executed in the market. And in the history, you'll be able to see the entire flow, when the strategy was started, what happened, and at what time the triggers came. So if you click on view, it will also show all the details to you. So it will help you at what time you entered, what time it triggered. So this will kind of help you though to see how the Modern Algos platform is tracking for you. And then we have also given historical trades. So what we are storing all the data here for the expiry. Once the expiry is over, all the data will get clear, and you can, if you want to go back and check any of your previous trades, you can simply click on historical trades, and from there all the details can be again pulled back, and you can see those details. And then we have various products and options, which I will just quickly cover in a minute, and then we'll go for question and answer session. So here you have strategy builder. From here, you can simply click on strategy builder page. You can create your own strategy. You can devise your strategy. Once you devise a strategy, if you want to automate, you can simply click on auto trade, and all auto trade features will open, where you can define your parameters. And then on this page, we have also given three different directions, like upside, neutral, and downside. So if you want to see any default strategy depending upon the market direction, you can also click on these, and you will be able to see the default strategy which you can deploy based on the direction what we have listed here. And we are also displaying this trend analyzer of a particular symbol. So once you change the symbol, based on that symbol, this will get updated. And the trend analyzer what we have on this screen is purely from option data. There is no technical behind it. So based on the OI move, volume move, or various other IV combinations what we have, it will be listed here, which will also help you to gauge what trend that particular symbol has. So there are other options also in options, which you can probably simply log in with your Fyers credentials and you'll be able to explore. So I'd like to conclude at 5:30, and then if you have any question and answers, we can go through that.
Thank you, Sanjay. That was very informative. I mean, we have been getting quite a few questions across YouTube as well as over here on Zoom. Have you been able to review these questions?
I don't see any questions in Q&A in front of me.
Okay, one of the recent questions that we've got is people would like to know what exactly are the subscription fees, the different subscriptions that you have for ModernAlgos. If you could please elaborate on that.
Yeah, sure. So if you want to explore on the option side, then we have a 999 plan per month, and you can also have some discounts if you like to go for quarterly and annual. So that you can simply click on the subscription link on top of our homepage, and you'll get all the details there. And in that, we have also listed down the product profiles which you can simply, if you go to subscription, if you want to click on, like if you want to buy 999, you can click on view product details. And here will showcase you like what all you will be getting in 999. So the details are pretty much listed here. One can go through it.
Thank you so much for that, Sanjay. I do have another question here. So we have a user who's asking, what is the difference between bracket order and scalp algo?
See, bracket order basically is only a one leg, like one time, wherein like you at the time of entry you define your target and stop loss. But there you cannot define that at particular point when this breakout happens, then only you enter into this. Bracket order only allows you to send your target and stop loss at the time of entry, but that cannot be conditional. But here you can also do that with condition of a spot movement or a future moment, what I've shown in the scalping page.
Okay, I have another question here from Arpit Sharma. Arpit wants to know, is any live backtesting available of any setting I put in scalping methods?
No, we don't provide any backtesting.
Okay, and
These are very objective driven strategies wherein like if you have devised a strategy and based on that you want to deploy, so we are providing a system where you can do your entry and exit management. But for backtesting, definitely our team is working on those models. So not, I don't have a timeline for that, but sooner we'll have the chart integrations and backtesting also at the ModernAlgos.
great. I have another question here. So Godwin wants to know, can we put a combined premium stop loss for straddle strangles?
Yes, you can do that. How you can do that? If you can simply click on trailing target and stop loss. And okay, you mean to say straddle and strangle, both you want to do it. And then for both the strategy, you want to define your fixed profit and fixed loss. Oh, interesting. Not individually. Mm. So if I do straddle, because this page, okay, you will be first selecting the short straddle, and then you can define the short straddle, fixed profit and fixed target here. But if you want to do strangle, then again you'll have to click here. So currently you can do individually, but if you want to do at a portfolio level, then probably let me see on the net position side, because this request has come to us earlier also, that if in my net position I'll be having so many um, open strategies or single leg, multi leg, and I want to have entire portfolio level stop loss target. So probably that option will bring it here on the net position, from where whatever position you want to select. Let's say you have 6 strategies running for you and you want to combine 2, 3, 4 as a combined stop loss and target. So we'll give you a checkbox. You can click on those 3 things and you can define your total profit and total loss combined for all those 3 strategies. So this is under development for sure, because this request also came from other users. But I like we won't be able to give that particular thing on the algo products, but we can definitely give that option on the net position and you can try from here. So I'll note down this point, and once it is done, I'll definitely notify Fyers team so that they can also put out to their social media. If you're following their social media, will get to know that this feature is live at ModernAlgos.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. That was very informative. We do still have questions pouring in. So one of them wanted to know, can Algo use ITM premium automated? Is it possible, or we have to predefine the strike and premium price?
No, you don't have to define, you don't have to predefine. So let's say you are devising or you are building a strategy when market is 17,700 and you want to enter once market goes to 17,750 or 770. So depending upon the market move, the system would automatically pick the ATM. And if you go to ITM, OTM, that also can be done. So let us explore that. Normally, we do everything on the ATM plus minus basis because that way it will be very easy for everybody. So if you click on this based on OTM and ITM, so right now the ATM is let's say 17,700. So for the call option, everything above that will in the money, and anything below, I mean any strike below that and above that, you can just simply see here, and from here you can select. So depending upon the market move, it will automatically pick for you. You don't have to define the premium for your ATM selection.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. I have another question from Uday here. Uday is asking, will it automatically cut off the trade when in loss, or we have to provide all the data?
At the time of entry, you will definitely define your target and stop loss, right? Either leg wise or strategy wise or overall strategy wise. So whenever your profit or stop loss will get triggered, system would auto fire the orders to your fired system, and your trades will be done. So, but the definitely you have to define what is your target and stop loss for any of the strategy what you're entering from here.
Thank you once again. So I do see people still, I think a lot more messages coming in, people thanking you for the clarity. I will keep the chat window open for the next few minutes. I'm pretty sure people still have questions, and as they come about, I'm going to send them across to you as well. Um, so there is one more question from Uday. Will it provide strategy based on VIX?
Not yet. That is also like these are the common things which I'm hearing all the time from various webinars. But definitely, we are working on weeks. We are working on gamma neutral strategy. We are working on portfolio level overall profit, overall stop loss. So definitely, these new features are going to come at Modern Algos, and Wix is also one of our you can say in our pipeline. But currently, we are working on chart integrations and bringing more features on the net positions. But definitely, that's one of the point in our pipeline.
Thank you so much. So we also have a Dilip Shah who's trying to understand how to log in with Fyers. So as in, I think
Is that is
yeah.
very simple. You come to modernalgos.com, click on login. You will see Fyers logo in the beginning. Just click on that logo, and it will ask you user ID and password. Simply enter that, and you'll be redirected to our product page. Why it is directly doing it? Because I've done login so many times a day, so it is directly sending me to my product page. For the first time, you'll have to enter user ID, password, and your PIN number.
Okay, perfect. I think that is taken care of. Let me look at a couple more questions here. Um, so obviously people have been like telling us, asking for live market execution, but unfortunately this is beyond market hours, so we won't be able to show you a live market execution. Um, Apart from that, I think we've answered most of the
I
questions.
can I can see a question from Jignesh Patel.
Mhm.
Should I change desired premium daily? Yes, of course, because if you don't want to change the desired premium, if you want to enter into the market, you can simply enter zero. So let's say you want to do a straddle every day. So you can simply say that I don't want to have any condition on desired premium. So we have clearly given here more market orders, enter value zero in the desired premium. You can select short straddle. You can define that I want to enter every day at, let's say, let's select Tuesday, and sorry, it is giving me because it is capturing the latest time. So let us go back and say I will enter into 10 o'clock, and I will exit at 3:15 on 16th. And then you can say I want to do it positional, and I mean intraday, and then you can say I want to do it only on Wednesday and Thursday. And then you can say, since the strike type is ATM, then whatever the price will be there at 10 o'clock. I think somebody else also asked that question. So let's say today you are saving this strategy at 17,700, right? And on 10 o'clock, if the market has 16,620, then the system would enter 16,600 call and put option short, because it will pick the market price and nearest ATM it will pick, and then your strategy will be entered. And you can also define the day and timeline here. And in the bottom, you can define your fixed profit and fixed loss. Then it will automatically enter your strategy at 10 o'clock. Depending upon the market price, it will select the ATM. And if you have entered zero here and saved it, then automatically market orders will be fired. I think I could make sense to Mr. Jignesh.
Thank you so much for that, Sanjay. We do have another question here from Daksh. I've put that into your chat box.
Okay. Let's say I entered in trade with ModernAlgos with target and PL, and I exit directly from Fyers platform directly before it can trigger target as set by MA. MA will not get be impacted, because whatever you do at ModernAlgos, we'll be able to keep track of it, because you have logged into ModernAlgos. We have your success API token for 24 hours. With that, we can do all the computation. Whether you are logged into your Fyers platform or not does not matter to us. But we can compute only those conditions which were defined at ModernAlgos. And if a trade is entered from ModernAlgos, and if you go back and liquidate directly at Fyers platform, then we are helpless. We can't do anything about it, because we don't get those data back from Fyers to our API. And that's not logical also.
Okay. Well, since we're pressed of time, I would first of all want to say thank you to Sanjay. Sanjay, thank you so much. You've been so patient in answering everyone's questions, and I do know that a lot of questions are still coming in. So, viewers, if you have any more questions pertaining to Modern Algos, you can write to support@modernalgos.com. It's support@modernalgos.com. And for the viewers today, you can avail a 20% off on Modern Algo subscription by using the code FYERS20. That's FYERS20, FYERS20. So, viewers, I was wondering if you are aware of the Fyers NRI account. That's right. Fyers NRI account allows NRIs to trade in India as seamlessly as possible. Open an NRI account on Fyers by using the link fyers.in/NRI today, and share it with your NRI friends so they can get started. Wishing you a prosperous trading experience with Fyers. Thank you for attending this webinar. See you soon. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, viewers.